in every dental school interview, at the end they ask you, do you have any question for us as a student or as a candidate? And a lot of candidates who I prepare for interviews, people who attend my free sessions or even on WhatsApp group ask me at the end of the interview, when I'm giving an interview for a dental school, whether it's Colorado, whether it's USC, Boston, Buffalo, what question should I ask the school? And if you want to know the answer to this, do watch this video. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Adriel William. I'm a foreign trained dentist just like you who applied to schools and got accepted to 4 of them back in 2020, and since then I've been making these videos. So coming to the question, a lot of people ask me, like at the end of the interview when I'm preparing them, they ask me at the end, what question should I ask the faculty of Colorado or for Boston or for UIC or for NYU or any school? And I've been trying to research and think about it, and I wanted to come up with an answer that should help a lot of people, because I can tell you, oh, ask the school about digital dentistry, or ask them about pros faculty, or ask them about the city, or something like that. Well, most probably hundreds or thousands of people are going to watch this, and all thousand of them are going to ask the same question in the coming years, which wouldn't make sense, because it would look like a sheep mentality that everybody is reading something of Google or YouTube and asking the same question, which would not make you look smart. So a candidate told me when they asked the same question to Dr. Stevenson, which I totally agree. Dr. Stevenson, Richard Stevenson said, and he's a UCLA professor emeritus, he said, if you don't have a question, don't ask. So before I move forward, I would kindly request you do subscribe to the channel, kindly do like the video or follow or my Instagram or mention in the comment, because any feedback that you give means a lot to me. From my experience, what I tell candidates is when you given the interview for 30 minutes, 20 minutes, when you're going through that interview, and during that time, if the faculty mentions something about their profession, that they've been working as a 20 years as a restorative faculty in University of Colorado or in University of Illinois, Chicago, or they mention I was in the Air Force or I was doing private practice and then I started working as a faculty, or they mention that recently I moved here, or if they say anything in their discussion, whether about research, about their profession, and that creates a natural curiosity in your brain, go ahead and ask questions. Because what I teach people or tell people, interview is like a conversation, like a dance. It's not an exam. You're talking back and forth. Like the ball goes like a ping pong game, it goes back and forth. And you want to enjoy that conversation rather than acting like it's an exam. And you don't want to script your dialogues. What you want to do is have some idea what you want to talk about, but you want to keep it natural. And when they ask you or give you an opportunity to ask them a question, it should be natural. It shouldn't be like, I read on the Google that your university does community work. Can I take part in it? Well, they can see that you read it off Google and now you're just saying it for the sake of asking. And you're wasting their time and your own, and you're not looking authentic, and which makes you look dumb. So my suggestion is, first of all, not to like be a parrot where you read off Google and say things. Number one. The second thing is, if you want to ask something, it should be a natural curiosity. Maybe you like prosto and that person is from prosto. And the third thing is, if you really want to ask something, I would suggest reach out to the students who studied there or are currently studying, or physically visit that school and then see about the school, and then you can come up with some good ideas to ask something. Because if you naturally been there and you've seen the system, you'll ask them something which will be very detail oriented. For example, if I ask somebody who's from Cuba in Havana, or who's from Delhi in India, or from Lahore, or from Cairo, and I ask them, like, your city has a very famous food stall that sells very good burgers even at late night after midnight. Do you remember the name of it? And if I ask with such precision and detail regarding a city, you will know this person has been to my city and what he's saying makes sense. and then it looks natural. So as long as your question is genuinely natural, that you're curious about or you actually know what you're talking about, then it makes sense. If you're just gonna ask, I had people who asked the faculty, how is the living expensive near the school? Well, the faculty doesn't live near the school and they don't care what the rent is, because these are dentists. They make a lot of money comparatively, or have made money in the past, and they are now teaching. They don't care about the rents next to the building apartments. So don't ask them questions which are kind of irrelevant, because then you're wasting their professional time, which shows that you don't understand the professionalism. So that's the other suggestion I'll tell you. And one other most important thing I'll tell you, and the key thing I'll tell you is that I tell people, try to, when you're going through problems or issue or stress or going through an activity, try to zoom out. Like imagine if you were watching your own interview conversation as a third person sitting on the sky, in the sky, on the roof, whatever, and you're just looking at them. You would rather want to see yourself as a person who's natural and who's not acting desperate and uptight and worried about the result. When you're sitting in a conversation and all you're worried about is your acceptance and trying to impress them very desperately, you're going to turn them off. The more natural you are, the more relaxed you are, the better you will do. And if you find this video useful, do hit the like button kindly, do comment. And I'm doing a free session, a free Q&A session where I will talk about Casper as well. And if you want to attend this session, you can follow me on Instagram. It's on April 27th, 2 p.m. EST, and my Instagram is mentioned in the description. If you want sessions with me where you want to prepare for interviews, you need help with the personal statement, supplemental application, or any other thing in the CAAPID process, you can reach out to me. My email address and contact is going to be in the description. And I'm going to share this one more video for you that's going to help you with the CAAPID preparation. All the best.